Hello everyone, this is Joanna the Medium and welcome back to my channel. These are going to be readings for June 2016. First and foremost, for all of you who are watching and subscribed, for all of you who have emailed and commented on all my readings, particularly in May. I've had literally hundreds of emails and comments for my May readings. I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate this, and I always say I'll appreciate it more than you will ever know. But I just want to make sure I give you my gratitude for being on YouTube and growing. Keep in mind these are general readings, so they may not apply to everyone, and actually probably will not. That would be quite unusual. Also, keep in mind that it's sometimes useful to listen to your rising sun and your other signs, as these will perhaps sometimes or some months offer more of a complete package of what is happening in your life. Sometimes your dominant sign or your sun sign may not be telling you a full story certain months, and some other times the other signs will complete the picture for you. As far as May is concerned, there was a bit of a turbulent waters in May, even though it was more peaceful than the last 4 or 5 months prior to May. I am being shown June to be much more celebratory. There's an aspect of social gathering, family gathering. I see people cheering, weddings, birthdays. I see a lot of outside social events. But we are coming up to the summer months, so obviously that kind of goes with the territory. But the message is that it is going to be a month filled with laughter and joy. Particularly, I want to say the mid to the third week of June is what I'm being shown, and then I'm being told the word weddings. So, and also baby showers. So, whoever you are, you will understand what this means. I don't think there's anything else I want to address. And of course, if you would like to book a reading, you can contact me through my website, which will be down below in the information, or just simply email me at info@joannathemedium.com. And again, I want to thank you so much for all of you who have booked readings with me. You keep me hopping and keep me busy, and that is something that I'm absolutely grateful for and about. So without further ado, let's get started with each individual reading. Okay, I'll see you in a moment. Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces for June 2016. Before I go ahead, I am battling a cold. And I have been battling it for the last few days. I can't seem to shake it. I've put off recording these videos for as long as I can, but I can't hold off any longer. Otherwise, you'll never get them, or you'll get them in the middle of the months, which is what I don't want for you to have. So I'm just going to go through and plow through it. And if I get a cough attack, which I have in the other videos, I will just have to stop. So I'll have to manage it. So just bear with me, okay? I want you to have these videos at least in a very reasonable time. Okay, so just like before, the last couple of months, I'm going to tune in and ask my spirit guide if there's any message or what message they would like you to receive before I flip the cards over. So just give me one moment. Forgiveness of self and forgiveness of others is what is required of you at this time. It is not a punishment we are seeking, but rather the freedom that you are so wanting to achieve. As long as you keep punishing yourself or others for your misfortunes, the very thing that you are seeking will seem further and further away. It is self-forgiveness we ask of you at this time, for it is the greatest gift you can ever give to yourself and to others. Okay? Now let's flip the cards over, and I always hope the cards corroborate the message because it just makes it that much more special. So let's flip the cards over. The card representing your current situation or the theme for today's reading, we have the card called Rejoice and Celebration. This in traditional tarot deck, I believe, is Three of Cups. It is pertaining to your emotional well-being. It is about emotions. But this was shown to me in reverse. So I'm going to ask my guide for the exact wording that he would like me to give to you. And I hear the words, stuck in your emotions, unable to move forward, and difficulty with coping with what has happened. And I hear the word blame. It is not necessary for you to blame others or the situation in order to break yourself free from the misfortune that you have just undergone. It is not enough for you to blame others for self-satisfaction that you feel you will achieve. For this is the only way you will remain stuck with where you are. For as long as the blame is persistent in your mind and your heart, you will never achieve a sense of greater satisfaction that you are seeking. So that was a direct channel, which hasn't happened yet as far as the cards, but it is pretty consistent with what the first part of the message was. So if you feel wronged by someone, or if you are someone who you feel others have wronged you, and this I feel is, there's a couple of things. One, I hear and feel family, and one, I hear also the word relationship, and I also see work. So this will pertain to some of you in any of the given areas, and hopefully not all the areas that I have just mentioned. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There is a sense of you feeling this. There's a sense of defeat or deceit. You feeling like you there was a deceit done on your part. I also hear someone lying. So perhaps there was someone who lied to you, and you found this out, and it made you very unhappy. And he says the word miserable. I am seeing in this particular instant a woman. This is an African-American woman, or her skin is of a darker nature. And so this is particularly for one person. Seems like with the letter M, there's a letter M as in mother that's being shown to me. And this woman, I feel, has kids, and she's finding something about her partner or her husband that was done behind her back. So, and I also see the number 6 or the month of June. So if the letter M, 6, or June is somehow pertaining to you, then this is, boom, directly related to you. I also hear the word grandfather again, which happened last month. And the grandfather is in spirit. And that's all the information I'm being given. Again, I'm seeing white butterfly or pale yellow butterfly with this. But this also happened last time. So, and I don't remember if this was for you guys or for another sign, but it keeps coming back again, the letter O again. So I'm going to leave that because that's very specific. But when it comes, I just say it to you. So that's where you are right now. If you feel like you've been cheated on, or if you feel cheated on something in some situation, this is what the card represents. This reading is for you. Now, the influences that are contributing to the way you feel, we have the card called Transformation. Very interesting. This is a major arcana. This is a card, well, self-explanatory. Transformation is basically you being transformed, or you transforming yourself, or you having gone through some transformative times. And I want to say this has to do with a relationship. Typically, I would talk a little bit differently about this card, but he's asking me to talk about the aspect of relationship. There is this green here on her top of her body, indicating emotional instability at some point, and you have undertaken that aspect of yourself and decided to heal it, put your foot down saying no more, or something transpired within you that has led to you either feeling cheated on or depleted, or as a result you found something and that made you miserable. And that's the word I'm hearing. Let me just see if there's anything more. He's asking me to talk about the number 4. So 1 and 3 is 4, yes. And I also want to talk about July. So perhaps for some of you, July and the number 4 means something. Perhaps the partner has something to do with July or the number 4. I'm just going to leave it at that because I have no idea what this means, but that's the words he's asking me to say. So if you resonate with this, again, this is for you. Now, the transformation that has taken place, and you're in the middle of it, I'm being shown and told, that is a good thing, but keep in mind that with every transformation, there is a sense of loss, meaning when we transform, the very core of who we are the pieces that no longer work has to fall away. When that happens, we have a tendency to feel very raw, to feel very unbalanced, and have a sense of not knowing what is quite happening and not being able to put a finger on it. What you're being asked to do is to have patience with yourself and the process, because he says the worst is over. Now you just have to go through the remainder of the process to see it through. Whatever this is about, I feel that this was a blessing in disguise. You will feel this as you move along your path. Whatever you are leaving behind, and this is something very specific, whether relationship or jobs, there's relationships as well. It is a blessing in disguise. I'm seeing the month of March. Perhaps this has taken place in March, or somehow it is relating to March. I don't know my sign birthdays very well, so please forgive me. I'm useless at that stuff. Whatever this is, it is not a misfortune. It is a fortune. And I'm being shown a fortune cookie, but it's in front of me, signifying you're not seeing it yet as such, but you will. And again, I'm seeing the month of July. So maybe in the month of July, you will understand how what happened was a blessing in disguise. Okay? Now, I'm not going to harp on it too much. He's asking me to pay attention to the color green. So there is not only a transformation that's happening, but there's a lot of healing that will take place down the road. He says within 2. And I want to say within 2 months. So June, July. Okay. Now, card representing the future, we have the card called Universe. This is the last major arcana card. Typically in the upright position, this card signifies that everything that you have worked for, it is going to come to you. In other words, I call it this card as world is your oyster. But this card was shown to me in reverse. So, again, he says the words patience to me. Okay, he's asking me to show it. This is in the upright position, and this is in reverse. It is what was shown to me. For the next couple of months, you might feel like you are wobbly on your feet, and this is what I'm hearing. Also, if you are experiencing any numbness in your feet or any issues around your ankles and your knees, he's saying to me, a lot of it has to do with stability of, or you feeling unstable in your life. Now, of course, please, if there's any indications of health problems, you have to check it out. Please do. But there is a sense of instability. So you will be feeling it for a little while. Now, if what I'm getting is happening to you, meaning you found out something, you felt cheated on, you felt miserable, then it actually makes sense that you will feel this way for a little while longer. But again, I'm seeing the month of July. So whatever is going to transpire in July, it is going to feel much more positive than where you are today. And I am recording this on the 1st of June. So you feeling the way you do right now is going to be with you for a little while longer. 6 weeks. 6 weeks it's a month and a half, close to 2 months. So just bear that in mind. And he says again, please be patient. Okay. Now, I also hear there's children involved because I feel going back and forth. So whoever this is for, this is pretty specific. The card representing the reasons behind all of this. So what is contributing to all of this subconsciously? What's going on here? Okay, heart chakra. I want to show you this. So this is green. He asked me to talk about this aspect first and foremost. This is emotional healing. This card is all about emotions. And the heart chakra showed up as the reasons, subconscious reasons or blockages that are preventing you from being happy. Healing of emotions. You have been hurt in the past and you have not dealt with it either appropriately or you have chosen not to deal with it and just move it aside. And what he's saying to me is that what you're going through right now is a similar situation with respect to how you feel. The feeling is very consistent and the feeling is very similar. So in order for you to not go through this again, you have to do some healing. And again, he's saying to me, self-forgiveness, forgiveness of others. So if you are holding on to resentment from your previous relationships or your previous situations or from childhood or whoever, if you are holding on to resentment, you will have a tendency to attract situations that will point at that very spot because that spot needs to be healed. I'm being told, direct message, the man who has hurt you is only allowing you to look at the very aspect of yourself that needs healing. Now, this is not done on a conscious level. This is done on a subconscious level. And if you believe in the aspect of coming with certain souls into your life so that we can all learn from each other, whoever this person is that you feel hurt by is only there to help you focus on what needs to be healed. But it is from the past. It's some hurt from the past. Also, I'm seeing the number 9 with this. This could signify September or something about the age of 9. So if that number resonates with you or that month resonates with you, then this is directly at you. And of course, I would love your comments. Now, I'm going to move on from this. And incidentally, the cards that are being shown to me, the theme is green. So it is about emotions. And I believe the message that was channeled at the very beginning was about self-forgiveness. It's about emotional release, emotional letting go and freeing yourself. The card representing the potential for all of this. We have the card called Triumph. This is Major Arcana. Basically, it signifies fast movement forward, but it was shown to me in reverse. So I'm going to ask him, my guide, why it was shown to me in reverse, because this is a potential of this card. Okay. If you choose to remain stuck in self-blame, blame, or self-pity, you will prevent yourself from moving forward. Hence, this is in reverse. And incidentally, notice the number 7, which is July. And July was being talked about quite a bit at the very beginning of this reading. If you remain stuck, and if you remain focused on the hurt, if you remain focused on punishment of someone who hurt you, you will never allow yourself to release emotionally in order to move forward and break free. That's pretty much what's being said to you. Now, this isn't meant to be a punishment. Very important. This is meant to help you reflect on things that have happened in the past that needed to be let go but haven't. And that has contributed to where you are today. There's no blame here. I want to repeat, there's no blame here. This is only being shown to you as in, I believe that each and every one of us is responsible and an active participant of what happens in our life. Not everybody thinks that way. Some people think that life happens to them, which means they're a victim of their circumstances. That's a very powerless attitude to live and live by. And it's very limiting, extremely limiting. If we understand, or if we choose to believe that in every situation we have some aspect of actions that correspond to what happened, then it is not only a much more powerful place to be, but it also allows you to recognize that there may be some things that you have done or not done that have contributed to where you are today, not as a blame, but as a sense of self-reflection. And that can sometimes be very challenging, but it is what it is. And he's asking me to stop at this point for the sake of sounding too preachy, which I always say I never do. So if I do, I apologize. It's not my intention. But this is a mess. Whoever this is for, you will know. You will know. It might take you a little bit off by surprise. You may even get a little bit ticked off by listening to this. But upon self-reflection, if this is for you, you will know exactly what I mean. I wish you nothing but best of luck. Please take this situation as a gift that will bring you the ability to change something about you so that you can move forward in a more powerful and profound way. And I hear the word free. Freedom of freedom of association with pain or past. Very important. This is what you want to be. You want to you want to charge forward. You want to charge forward. You don't want to do this. I look forward towards your comments, and if you would like a private reading, of course, you can connect with me. I have the information provided below for you for your easy reference. I wish you, again, best of luck. Take care of yourself. Be patient. And until July, have a wonderful day. Bye.